It's really, really nice. So very aware there's massaging going on next door. So I want to try and keep the volume down. When you're ready, come and step in Balasana and enjoy that tuning in feeling. Head is down, arms are extended. I'm going to keep you in Balasana for about 2 minutes. So if you would like to just nestle down into the legs, the arms, and make sure you're truly comfortable. Taking those moments to fully breathe into the cavity of the rear lungs and exhale. It's all about learning to breathe properly. Put expansion and life and energy through your body. March is just around the corner, so let's turn that page. Let's feel different, let's act different, let's do different things. Let's make sure that your body is welcoming lots of new health regimes, vitamins, maybe a change or a little tweak in the diet now that winter is seeing the last of it. Every time you breathe out, see if there's a little bit more room for the arms to be extended. Just feel and make some space in the shoulders while you're in Balasana. And then take your time whenever you're ready, changing your asana from Balasana up into all fours. I'll wait for you, take your time, there's no rush whatsoever. Beautiful. If you're still trying to catch up, please do. The rest, let's go into a really nice snake move. Moving through the discs of the spine, just waking up through the tissues. Negative thing about being in the jungle in a beautiful studio is the amount of mosquitoes. Trying to battle with these little gremlins, trying to get me while I'm still. Beautiful. So one of the exercises I want to try and increase the mobility is the stepping forward on the leg. So have you got a block or a book? Anything. I want you to have some raised height, okay? And we're going to open up into the hip here. We're going to step forward. We're going to step back. Just give yourself a few moments. Now if you need that extra arm, it can go under and you can help it along its way. Don't worry about leaning. The block is there to lean, and of course if you want a higher block, it can help you with the hips a little bit more. The lower the block down, the more the hip has to work. If you're flat, of course the hip has to work a little bit more coming out of its socket. 3 more. 2. 1 more if you can. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Beautiful. You're now in a nice kneeling lunge, okay? So where's this knee going to be? Is it going to be popped out too much? How does it feel if it's in line with the hip? It doesn't always feel that comfortable for some. Where do you need the hip and the knee to be? Of course, if you've got the knee out at an angle and you go forward, the knee can't go forward with you. You have to bring the knee out, which means you're working into the hip flexors, iliopsoas. What does your body need more? I think you need both of them. And that's what we're going to do. Yeah. Get the body used to move in the ankle joint, move in the knee joint, until eventually you've got where the heel, toes, knees need to be. All these are going to really help you not only transition, but you're breaking down the kind of fasciated tissue that sits and it gets congested. Beautiful. So this is beautiful somatic work, just easing through the grime of the body. One more forward, normal plain lunge. Open up into hip flexor lunge and hold it there for a moment. This hip flexor here going down into the quad, into the knee, is it comfortable in the knee joint? If it's not, move it around. Just rest on the thigh. You see this block or book? I'm going to keep my shoulder lovely and tall. The body needs to know it's in some form of yin rest for everything else to just soften. Let it be for a moment. We're in no rush. We need all these legs to be soft, released, ready for an amazing vinyasa flow. The body needs to prep. Perfect. And this is where after a moment the body wants to come out of it because it's gone down to a level of tissue where your body may be holding on to this. These are the moments where you think, oh, I need to come out of this because either my hips hurt, my glutes hurt, something hurts. I'm going to extend both of my arms and I'm really going to embrace this depth and lift up through the chest. Just checking that a mosquito's not landed on my thigh. Little monsters, they're everywhere. They truly are everywhere. And the size of helicopters. There you go. Got him. Live. Now come out of this with ease. Rest. Please come out. Choose now your recovery. Do you want to go back into your balasana? Or do you feel that actually you want to come on up into down dog? It doesn't matter which one you choose, but please don't go fully into down dog. Rest. Rest the ankles, the knees, the hips. Keep moving everything around. This is a somatic journey for you today. Now if you're in down dog, try and find some stillness, 30 seconds. Balasana, 30 seconds. And down dog, lift up through the heels, drop through the knees. And if you're in Balasana, come on up. Oh. This is why I need to be by the ocean. There's no mosquitoes. Give yourself a nice little snake move. Moving all around. Don't forget to change your direction, guys. Beautiful. So let's work on the other side. Now depending, this might be your better side. It might not be a very good side. Let's see how we get on. Are you ready? If you need to, come up a little bit higher and maybe start a little bit lower. You might find that one side's a bit clunky and the other side is smooth. I truly am in the jungle. I'm on the way to Buffalo Bay. I cycled this morning from Long Beach, 40-minute cycle, over to this fantastic studio at Flower Power. Good. Get ready to hold the next one. Hold it. Come in upper level just for a moment. Sink down and just feel it. Feel it for a second or two. You're not going to get me. Bug off. Is anyone free to come and save me? Come and get a flight. So remember, we're opening up through the heel and into the arch of the foot, which is your spine. So find out where your depth is. Come away from it and dive down. Now if you don't want the block, feel free to just ease your way somatically through it. I'm going to fling my arms and legs all over the place this morning. Are you going to do the same? Oh, it's a nice feeling. Now those that are unable to do fully on your knees, you can always place something underneath to cushion it. Or if the knee joint doesn't want to move, you can concentrate on just moving the front ankle joint, because that's the stability and mobility that we're needing this morning. We need to get used to the ankle opening and closing like a door. Beautiful. Another one. I must have just put 3 out of its misery in the last 10 minutes. I'm not normally somebody that... The mosquitoes. One normal lunge. Get ready to open up the door and hold it. Please don't eat me for breakfast. So the story of your pelvis and hips, what are they telling you? One side blocked, other side is fantastic. Both sides blocked. What do you need to work on more? And integrate that external out-breath. The out-breath really does work into the tissues and help it release. Perfect. Draw the foot in, come away from this. Choose whether again you want balasana or whether you want a down dog. If you're in balasana, make your way up onto all fours and then make your way up into down dog. And then gradually we'll come into the middle of our mats. Hang out for a moment, Uttanasana. Please, please soften the knees and allow the width of your sacrum to open up and the length of your spine to drop down. Knees are bent. This is about back. Up when you're ready to come on up. That was a nice little easy sequence. So training the body, specifically maybe you want to be good at a certain asana, maybe you want to be good at transitioning. Whatever it is, you need to section it off and think, well, I need to do this for the bigger goal of that. Okay, so we've only a few more weeks to go, but what we're going to do is make sure that we work and warm up the body for one individual asana. So have you got a block? Place it in between the thighs. Let the thighs really do some work. If you haven't a block, we're not looking for a very heavy block, but we are looking for something that's got a bit of width to it. Maybe a cushion that hasn't got too much give. See how my feet are underneath my knees, underneath my shoulders. A couple of times we're coming up into Utkatasana, which is your chair. No hands. Sit down. Beautiful. Now when you're sitting, please notice what are the ankles, please what are the knees doing. Are your out edge of your feet coming up slightly and your knees being pressed in? If they are, take the width, narrower, squeeze the block. You want to feel like if your feet were on sand, that you would see the whole imprint of your foot. So yes, this is a squat right now. Start to open up the navel, lift up through the chest. Tuck the tailbone under. Try and perfect how you're taking a seat into Utkatasana. The arms shouldn't make a lot of difference apart from the upper rib cage lift. It's the only difference. One arm. Doesn't need to be high, just let it float. Let it float. Inhale on the way up, exhale as you release. Beautiful. Change arms when you're ready. In breath. This sequence is a very short one, getting ready for the big blast on part 3. Both arms. How does it affect your posture now? Breathe in on the way up with the arms. And relax, relax, relax. How does the body change when you take this away? The ankle mobility is a very short sequence into balance, okay? We can do this. Chair pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Watch the feet, knees and hips. You've got no block to guide you. One more into chair. Stand, raise the right leg. Come down for chair. Inhale, left knee. Come down for chair. Beautiful. Keep going with this sequence while I just squat away the mosquitoes. I've got my concentrating head on now. One more on the right. How are you landing? Is it heel ball toe? Is it flat foot? Warrior 3. Raise the arms, raise the knee. Fold forward, take the arms and one leg behind you. Beautiful. Soften that front knee. Scoop up. Take a seat into chair. Left knee. Virabhadrasana, check the foot. Beautiful. Soften the knee. Come on up. Oh, I'm a bit wobbly on that side because I'm still nursing that knee. Yeah, I know. I'm still nursing it. It's not as bad. It's not as bad. But there's still, even though I'm cycling, walking and squatting every day, there's still something that's not right within the cruciate band. Because it lets me down a little bit on my balance. Perfect. Inhale, up and hold. Drop the arms. Find that balance. Oh. So I've got my right knee up. Raise the left arm. Take the left arm underneath the outside of the knee joint. Lift it. Drag it nicely across the body. Feel that intercostal waist. Now my right shoulder needs to be up, open, and then dropped. Extend through the arm. So your body has to deal with balance, twisting, pelvis is not aligned. Warrior 3. Center the knees, the arms. Warrior 3. Oh, I think everyone's starting to wake up. Draw it back into chair on your exhalation. Left knee comes up and hold. How's your right foot in? Drop the left arm, bring the right underneath around the outside. Lift up, find that twist. Shoulder up, round and back. You've got it. You can always try it now, but maybe look behind you. A lot harder. Don't worry, we're going to integrate all of that. Maybe not today. You're not taking baby steps in your yoga practice because you've been doing it long enough with me. But there are ways of doing it. Inhale, center everything. Exhale, warrior 3. Beautiful. Come up to stand. And relax. Wonderful. Half Chandrasana Moon. Do you remember your book? Preferably not a cushion. The cushion is not going to support you right now. So please, if you haven't got a block, please have a book. Place that in front of you. Some of you may not need this. I don't necessarily need the block, but what the block helps me do is elongate through my body, and I'll show you. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, Utkatasana, watch the foot in. Inhale, raise the left knee. Exhale, warrior 3. Keep the legs where they are. Inhale, bring your arms forward to your block. Now I've got it on the high block, so my chest is still up. I'm going to lift the hip. I'm going to do this at an angle for you guys. So I've come here. I've raised the leg, lift the chest. Oops. Lift the leg a little bit. And I'm turning my foot. You see how we turned our foot at the beginning? Now this leg's a bit squashed, so I need to lift up and push my leg into the ground to be able to open your hip flexors. Even if your hand is on your waist and you're looking down, it's a start. The leg that you're standing on, you need to push into that leg. You need to open up the gates of the iliopsoas. Now if I'm leaning forward, this leg can't open much. Look at the difference. Turn the waist, the chest. Don't worry about anything else. Beautiful. Return it back into its normal range of movement. And again, we can do this continual. Let's try the other side. Raise the arms. Sit down into chair. Raise up through the right leg. Take it slow. Have you got your balance? Warrior 3. Draw the arms onto your block. Press into that extension leg that you're standing on and open up through the hip. Hand on the thigh. So you can now open up the chest, the intercostal muscles, and through the right hip flexor. Beautiful. Return it down. Some of you might be ready for an arm extension. One more round, then we'll go on to section 3. Inhale. Take a seat chair pose, Utkatasana. Raise up through the left knee, breathe in. Breathe out for warrior 3. Every time you're moving, get your foot in. Bring your hand to your block. Press into the leg that you're standing on. Start to open up through that hip, abdomen and chest. And then some of you might want to extend through the arm. Don't worry about coming off your block yet. Hand goes back onto the thigh, bend the knee that you're standing on. Come on in, and up we go. You're ready for one more side. Of course you are. Take a breath. Come and take a seat into chair. Right knee lifts up. Fold forward, warrior 3. Beautiful. Hands go on the block or book. Press into the leg extension. Hand goes on your waist or hip. Start rotating. Foot, hip. Extend through the arm if you feel that you're ready to do so. Beautiful. Hand goes on the hip. Bring the leg back into neutral and come on up. Perfect. I think we've got someone waiting to come in. Section 3 will be sent to you. Namaste. Go and get yourself a drink. Get ready for section 3.